Thank you for coming here, man. People like you showing up on our spaces, that really grows our conviction because we've gone on your spaces so much, and to see you show us that love back, man, that means a lot to us. That shows us that what we're doing is really working, and makes us want to do it even more. And we'll definitely see you on Sunday, bro. We love coming on your spaces. It's always bullish. It always creates more conviction in us. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, bro. You've really made money more bullish with all the spaces that you held with us. So thank you,
Well,
man,
and
and thank you,
Nah,
and
man.
again, thank you for coming here, bro.
Nah, man. Thank
and
you
what
guys, man. I mean, honestly, I think in a sense we're all family and DeFi, and you see a lot of like people that just fake it and the funkies, but like you meet me in real life, I'm probably just as more, as that person that you guys would think, and I think it's just keeping it real, man. We don't take nothing with us, but the legacy and also the relationships we have with people and the feelings that they feel when they were around us. And so I've take pride that, and especially like on my way, my journey to like to trading. And then not a lot of people know the story. I lost everything at 21, and then but I still had the conviction that crypto and DeFi what it was going to be. And just patience, and yeah, I found myself in a sense, of course, in that like year and a half. But then it was perfect for me and Kid to start the show in 23 in the beginning. And now we're about 3 years, and about a year and a half into the show, I got to, quote unquote, leave the 9 to 5, the matrix, the rat race, and do this full time and do it the right way. And building, right? Building. Doesn't matter. You lose it all. You keep continue to build, and then you'll attract that, and you'll be attractive. And and that's what you guys are doing. And you guys are building nonstop, showing that you guys are show up to any space, and also being humble about it. And because some of these projects they get too like I see once they start getting cocky and shit, or they thinking they're too big, it's not bullish, bro. I'm not gonna name names, but there's projects that have projects that I've been their first partners. They've gone to a billion, and sometimes they forget like who was there for you in the beginning. And it's not just me. I'm saying the community. Never be too bigger than your project, because you'll see how little you really are. All of us together is what makes this true community and this army. And so and that's what I wanted to show people, that you can do it the right way. Market, but build. Continue to build. Doesn't mean if you don't even build on DeFi, like in a sense, like on the blockchain, you build your brand, you build who you are, right? And I think that is like the key to like, especially when people think like, oh, I'm done, I'm canned. Maybe you need to take a couple weeks off, whatever. You come back, or a couple months, whatever you can. Um, but I think that's, if people just know to continue just to build like how you guys are doing is the way. And I mean, you guys come in hundreds when you guys come by my show. So I mean, I don't know how much more bullish it is to see a community come out like that and then continue to do it. How's you guys do?
Yeah, Walter. You see us, right? You see the Manu Army show up. You host the
Lux is
spaces.
here.
All you need is a Manu
Oh
Army.
God.
Walt, what the
And
fuck
hold
is
on,
good, bro?
I'll
What are
give
you doing on
Oh,
the
my
stage?
plugs.
Flux one sec.
Yo, what
Plugs,
up?
One.
Tifu, my baby.
So
What are you
What's
doing
up?
here, dude?
Walter, when we come up there and we're like, hey, you see the Manu Army in there, and we're like, cool, we're in there. I think everybody was a little taken back last time because everybody was trying to get in, and I know you're part of the Manu TG, and everybody's like, we're trying to get in, and we keep getting kicked out. Do you know what happened? Because I think a lot of people
Nah,
were
bro, don't
curious.
even, bro. Dude. I'm still fucking. I still have PTS to that, bro. What happened was, I'm letting my sound guy do too much. That's what the fuck it is, because he's starting the space. I don't know if he clicked the link or some shit. So he's fired from that position. Not that fired from the show, but I was like, God damn it. So, but in doubt, we just blame him anyways. But I think he's just doing too much with the computer. Like he's changing the phone. Like he starts the space with the phone, then he switches it over to the main account, and then he's doing sounds from it. So we're gonna. I don't kind of know what happened there, but trust me, bro. Like I just had to keep the show going on because we had such a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
crowd, and
yeah,
I didn't want to lose it. But a lot
yeah.
of people had problems, and trust me, and I felt the love from everyone texting and messaging, and it kind of like it always keeps me
Ah, dude,
grounded.
I was freaking
I
out,
was
bro.
pissed,
I was
bro.
like
That I,
running through my crib, like I have to be
bro.
here. You don't understand. Like I
Dude,
kept
that
trying
shit
to
pissed
fuck
me
these guys.
off, bro. That never has really happened, really.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna
Well,
happen
just
again. But
just
sorry
just
about
you know,
that, guys.
the menu community loves you. We supported you. We were there, and everybody joined in for the seconds they could. But we'll keep showing up, brother.
Yeah, bro, that did mean a lot though.
I just
Everybody was
wanted you to know
messaging
that
me.
everybody was trying to be in there.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, I don't care if the show can like what fucks up. We just gotta have Flux on. Like, I can't have a show without Flux and in the building and all of you guys. But no, you know that Flux is getting set on the show, right? Like, he's not even there, and we're doing like the ad libs of Manu, swipe Manu. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm not even on the show, and I'm walking my dog, and I'm like, I'm hearing Flux, swipe Manu, grab Manu. I'm like, fuck, man, because I have all the ad libs in my head because of the show. Like, so subconsciously is there, bro. I'm not even lying, bro. It shit. I was like in an interview with Nicole, and I'm like, swipe Manu, and I'm like, what the fuck is Flux here, bro? And I went to the bathroom and like I heard it too, and I'm like, all right, Flux, you can't be in the bathroom. Like the thought, you can't be here when I'm here. This is a 1-1. But I mean, nah, just it's hilarious to have and just in the memories too, bro, like of everything and it's just fun. I'm having fun. I wouldn't ask for any. I feel sometimes I have the best job in the world. But you guys make the show. You know, like that's the community showing up. I just 80% of the job is just showing up, and I figured that out in anything you do. So as long as I show up, I do what I do, and I always want to give my 100 though. But you guys do the rest and what makes the show. So I'm like it's just an honor to have the best of the best, and right now it's not too easy to find the best and the latest and the greatest, and you guys are just you guys make it too easy to want you on the show. I mean, from the community to the lore, the narrative, the dog, the Sheba, the whole community, viral. You guys are viral on Instagram, TikTok. I mean, people know about this project, don't even know it's tokenized because they know about the dog. So you guys just make it easy, man. And I definitely think you guys at these levels are so undervalued. And definitely, I just love how you guys been holding that chart, man. Beautiful.
Hey, hey, we have Sorcerer up here. Sorcerer, you want to say something? What's up, sister?
Hi guys, thanks for coming on, Walter. I've been such a long time fan of your show and I've literally listened to all of them. So
Oh,
yeah,
you
thank
got
you
me
so much for
blushing
coming
here,
on.
girl. You got me blushing.
No, it honestly means a lot. Even I think last week, I think we had HTX come on, and I think I have to agree with Human. Like the sentiment and the conviction really grows, and it definitely matters. Like whenever I'm sure you feel this way when we show up en masse to your shows, but I hope you know that it's a mutual feeling, and we really appreciate you coming on and speaking. Yeah, it really means a lot, especially when the market is bouncing. Like Trump just pardoned CZ. We've had two amazing utility upgrades. It's really important to sort of sustain this momentum. And you're right, it's absolutely only the legacy projects that show up this often and have, I suppose, this sort of persistence every day. So yeah, your support means a lot and really excited to see how we end October.
Thank you, Sorcerer. I appreciate that. I see why they call you the Sorcerer. I'm feeling the magic over here. Uh, and
Thank you.
in my and in all places. No, but honestly, just really, I appreciate the all the kind words. I'm just having fun. But honestly, I like I said, you know, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know if I was directing everybody to the right place because we were so early on our show, like meme coins, and I was like, damn, we need it. Like we're pushing, but it's not happening. And then now DeFi, meme coins, everything has been the reason why everything is moving and pushing. And like it's the awareness of what we're doing is what really is giving the spiciness, and the seasoning to blockchain. Because sometimes it's boring, guys. I go to these events, I'm like, God damn, where's a fucking meme coin degenerate community? They're talking protocols and shit. I just want to hear everybody talk about their project, inspire, and give us a reason why to get in. But that is the true nature, and they're starting to adopt us more, and especially I'm going to the conventions and stuff. So we're slowly taking over, but you guys are definitely a hybrid when it comes to like you want to say quote unquote meme coin. But appreciate you, Sorcerer. I'm definitely just a big fan of all of you guys, and truly I do have a special, like, you guys have a special on my heart, especially for 25. How you guys really we needed that project on ETH to really do something, and you guys are the answer.
Bro, Walter, think about the rotation, bro, on the back end of that cycle, bro. You know these wallets are loaded right now. Man, he's like the perfect fucking launch pad, homie.
Oh, it is. It is. Nah, man. That are you guys trying to come out to Art Basel? I guys got you with some tickets at Big Basel. I'm throwing an actual event, man. So if you guys want to come by, if you guys
Where's
are
that shit
also,
at? It's down
yeah,
in
if you guys,
Florida.
yeah, bro, Miami, baby, sexiest place in the whole world.
When in Miami?
When is it? When is it?
December 2nd to the 7th. So many
Oh,
crypto bros and crypto gals
mhm.
coming. The weather's beautiful. There're gonna be events. I got the like, bro. I got the events for every place. So I usually don't go book wild in my own city, but especially during Art Basel, bro. I tell the lady, I'm sorry, baby. I'll be back. I don't know when I'm coming back. It's like a scene from The Walking Dead. I'm going for food, and I'll be back.
Bro, your
I don't
girl
know.
allows you
And if
to do that, bro, without getting pissed off.
It's kind of yeah. I mean, yeah. I get no. There's some yelling there. She's Latina, so but it's like, hey, baby, I'm out here. I'm paying the bills. I gotta go. I'm networking. I'm networking, and I'm networking.
Yeah, at least you're not out there partying and stuff, hanging out with homies. You know, like you say, you're networking. You're building
Exactly.
your future with her as well. You know, that's gonna benefit her
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't go out as much like when I do, and I'm getting older. Like, dude, I have like one or two drinks. I'm like, yeah, or I won't even because I want to work out the next day. So I be just disciplined, but definitely, but like Art Basel, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let go a little bit, enjoy like Vegas. Bro, Vegas was a movie. That shit was like the Hangover, the DeFi Hangover version. And let me tell you, and I'm ready to do Hangover 2. And I mean, I went buck wild all 5 days, convection, like everything, like. But I pace myself. But sometimes you gotta let yourself. You gotta blow some steam, bro. Especially all work hard. I know some of you guys have kids and stuff like that. Sometimes once in a while, if you can find a way, bro, let it out. Cause I work so hard, just like you guys. And sometimes, like, you know what? I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna like go 5 6 days on like drinking and eating, have fun. But that's only once in a while. But definitely around that time, Art Basel. I haven't been here in the last couple years, so I'm definitely gonna be having some fun that week. But I would love to have you guys. You guys are one of the strongest communities right now, and I'm actually gonna be throwing the actual like quote unquote like DJ party or whatever on Saturday, December 6th, from like 7 to 12. I'm gonna have rock bands, DJ. We're gonna have I don't want to say we might have some pretty famous crypto people there too. I don't want to name the names yet, because it's pretty big. And then but until anything happens, but definitely come by, guys. Definitely I'm gonna be doing more interviews, um more things like that to down there with Scarlett, the founder and co-founder, Scott, and actually like get people to be hype about it. So we're gonna be getting more content. You're gonna see that I'll have it out there for you guys.
Well, that sounds amazing, and probably by December, crypto will be at a much higher market cap. Overall, and obviously MANYU as well. So we'll probably have no issues showing up. You feel me? Because for some people it
Well,
might be a
I'll
financial
be
issue,
there.
but
I'll be
by
there.
December, crypto should be higher, so probably majority won't have a financial issue showing up. So that sounds like fun, and I would like to show up. We'll see what
These
happens.
motherfuckers all in, Walt.
Yeah, come through,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
in.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
in,
we're
bro.
gonna. I'm gonna give you the Walt tour, bro. That shit. We're gonna go deep into the night. Some of the nights, but we'll be good. We'll be good. It's gonna be responsible fun,
I don't drink. I
I'm in.
smoke
That
though,
sounds
so
awesome.
hopefully there's some smoke over there too. I don't drink.
dude. I got plenty of weed,
Okay,
dude.
cool.
That's it.
You sound
That's
like you
it. Though I
smoke
even
though.
got my card too, dog. We'll go anywhere. Let's go.
I'm gonna fly human to Minnesota, and then we're gonna fly to Miami from there, bro.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. You guys are doing it so much. I think that's all you do is do the in real life convention. Like going to the conferences is done. I saw what like other dog projects, like even Floki, they did that shit. They made all this crazy noise. Went to these conventions. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, they're crazy. And look what happened with that, of course. But the fact that you guys are part of that, you guys are like the next, Shiba online to really make some noise and the community have just a couple little things you guys do is gonna make a difference. But now like showing up in real life, coming and shaking hands with people and showing the communities out there, that shit gets, trust me, it gets noticed. And people, then you start noticing that people know you. when you have your MANYU shirts on or whatever, you go in like in a big ass MANYU. We'll put Flux in a MANYU like costume and shit, like one of those big ass like 10 feet things, and then like bro, and I'll go over there and then like just start a fight with him, like what you doing, bro? And then move, and then everyone's like, oh shit, man, he fucking whoop Walter's ass. We go viral, go.
That
I'm
man,
down for the culture.
fuck
I'm down
man,
for it.
flip man.
Bro, Walter, Sorcerer was just at
Who
2049
got that
talk.
sound clip? How the fuck did you guys get that? Where did
Send him a
Sorcerer
Flux come out
sound
of
clip,
nowhere?
cuz.
Walter Sorcerer was just at 2049 talking to Annie Leanne and other people about Manu. So we got people in this community that are hustling.
So you guys are doing it. Okay, let's go. Okay, I like to hear that, bro. Yeah, Andy's a good friend of me, a kid. You know, he kind of came later on with Elon Gate. After we almost took it to a billion. So he's definitely he knows us, and it's good to see he's out there again. You know, and definitely that's what you got to do.
What's
You guys got to
almost
go
took it
out
to a
there and
billion, bro?
yeah, we got to 800, like almost 800 million,
So just to
but you
clarify,
know.
Walter, is Basil a crypto event or an art event?
It's art event, but Bit Basel, who I'm partnered with, and now I'm doing their audio production, their streaming, all that stuff, is actually the crypto event around there. And then there's other people doing so many other I guess tech finance events.
Oh, cool.
Like no Noche is gonna throw something big at like a mansion that thing is the one of the best clubs in South Beach. The Blazers and every I mean it's on a whole every big DJ's been there, so that's kind of like the nightlife event people throwing. But there's gonna be little shindigs because they know that it's such a like time so many tourists comes. So there's gonna be plenty of events. But Bit Basel is like the actual like the only one that's actually like artwork with crypto DeFi. And then that's why I'm tapping in with her to start throwing the DGen, events or even other events with her for the future, not just even art Basel. I'm gonna start doing every couple months, and then I plan to start eventually even do my own like whole full event. But it's just a work in progress.
Okay, sick. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I think if Tommy's gonna make it, I'm sure some other people could. Yeah, I think Token was a really cool opportunity because there's already people who sort of know how crypto works. So I think this is one of those events where you can actually see conversion in real time. And honestly, it really helps to put a face to a project. Like after you meet somebody and you know they're actually another human being who also have the same interests and passions. Yeah, it's a lot easier to sort of find another believer and a friend. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there, Walter.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, bro.
I'll be in your DMs, Walter. I'll get the details. I'll be there for sure.
Oh, that's fucking bullish. Yeah, man, definitely, guys. Any way I can help, and with you guys, and definitely wanted to go above and beyond for you because you guys have gone above and beyond. So, and like I said, so I just definitely wanted to just come by, hang out with you guys, and I appreciate you guys. Uh, with welcoming arms always. Thank you.
Thank you, Walt. Thank you for showing us the love back, the support back, man. This really means a lot for us. Like I said earlier,
You
and
showed my
Sorcerer said,
shows
the
my
conviction is real, man.
comfort place, bro. I feel like your show was made for me, bro. What you guys did made me feel like great, man. You like played my voice back to me. I was like, yeah, what the
You never
fuck?
thought that shit. It was tripping you out, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? When that shit first hit me, I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I was kind of confused when you guys first did it. I was like, what the hell is going on?
You thought Flux was like out of control, like because he did like three
Yeah.
voices, and then he heard like his voice, so he's like, "Oh shit!"
Nah, but you were doing like the music and shit, and then you did the Rocky thing. And if you know anything about me, bro, I'm from South Philly. That's where I'm
I think he
from.
added you
I'm
to the
South
red
Philly,
alert.
fucking South Jersey, bro. I'm South Philly, South Jersey. You put fucking Rocky on, I was like at home, bro. That's in my blood, bro. That's
I think he even added you to the red alert, bro. Like, cause he'll change like the red alert like every couple weeks. So I think you're even on the red alert. It's funny as shit, bro. But nah, man, it's awesome what you do. It's not easy, and you definitely know how to get the crowd going in all certain ways. Like you come in hype, you come in, informational. You come with like key facts, and then you got your best of the best backing you up, like Prince, APAC, Epex, and others. So I mean, but yeah, Flux definitely. You definitely always do great, bro. And you know, and you make the show what it is, man. So I just any way I can help you guys. I got an event coming here, so I just kind of wanted to like stress the urgency because time goes quickly, right? Time waits on no man, no woman, no DGen. So like the time will come. It'll come sooner. So you guys let me know you guys want to come, and maybe I can, you know, even tell you guys what area to stay. The Airbnbs are not that bad, bro. Like 4 or 5 days, bro. Like it's not that bad. You won't even pay no more than like 600-700 bucks probably for like 5 days in a good spot too. And I'll tell you where you guys to stay, like around the beach area, and then like you know we'll go to Wynwood. We'll have some fun, man. Like I'm gonna show you guys around if you guys you guys come by.
Yeah, bro. I used to live down there, so I got my spots, but we definitely want to get a Manu crew to come there. That's for sure. We'll get some shirts, we'll get some
Yeah,
swag,
bring the shirts, bring
we'll get some
stickers.
shit, bro.
Yeah, that works is the stickers with like maybe some QR codes in the back, and stuff like that. And that it works, man. Let me tell you, because a lot of these like smart money people and investors and like like people that have bread, they just don't know what to do with that shit. And now they're trying to learn crypto and they want to learn about and get into the projects like this that before they go hundreds of millions and billions. Like no, not my J. Oh my God. Sorry guys, my J. No. Sorry. God
No.
damn it. The
Did you
one.
drop it? Where the fuck did it go?
No,
Oh my God, not your J.
not on the win, bro.
Damn.
Damn.
And bro, there's as you know, there's clubs down there that we won't talk about in spaces,
Yeah,
multi-level,
yeah.
that are good for everybody to be able to spend time at. So we'll get the Manu crew there to have a good time.
Well, there's something bad that happened. Walter dropped
Yeah,
his
yeah.
J.
Sorry, guys. Like this is fucked. I guess the neighbor downstairs will be enjoying it in the morning. She's like, I'm like, I dropped my J. She'd be like, Nah, I didn't see nothing. I don't know what happened to it. Ah, fuck. I don't know, but hey, whatever. To the DeFi gods. God damn, it's too windy up in here. Oh, but definitely, man. You know, you guys let me know. I'll set up something. I'll set up a room that you guys like. I don't think we even have a TG room, but I'll set it up so I can. I'll call it Bit Basel, and then also, I'll have the co-founder in there, Scarlett. So if you guys want to even get like a booth or a cabana or something like that, that'd be worth it. And I definitely, it's not too bad. The price, I think they're like 3 grand. Like I got it down to, told her like to own the cabana, or if you guys just want to show up, you don't have to get nothing. You just go and I'll get you guys tickets regardless, to get in. But if you guys want to go all out, you know, from all that, you know. So anything you guys want to do.
Yeah, bro. Little hospitality space.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Bro, bottle service? Bro, what's good?
Yeah, yeah. There's bottle service, but if she wants to charge, she's like the bottle service with that is 5. So I'm trying to tell her to like get down. Like, listen, what can I do? I said, let's at least let them get here, and then they're like, "Damn, I want lick." And then, cause if I'm like, "All right, it's 5 racks," I'll be like, "Hell nah, I'm not coming." But I was like, let's try to get it down. You know, but I think we can even get it down too. I'll probably like, look, bro, just do it for 4, and then we get the cabana, cause you get the service, you get all that all at the same time. But we'll talk more. I'm just trying to, keep it real with like what it is. But when it comes down to the events and stuff like that, like it's not too bad. It's like only even like setting like 60 bucks for like the week for her event, and you get all like 5 days. But you show up, man. I'll make sure I'll get tickets for you guys for like the events and probably grab like she'll probably give me 20 or 30 tickets to give out for free and shit. So
I'll hit you up in DMs tomorrow, bro.
with that, guys, well, I just want to say what's up. Love y'all. I'm gonna go try to find my blunt. Maybe I was trying to get like Chick Manu, but it's not gonna happen. My neighbor is gonna be enjoying that. Well, swipe Manu.
Thank you,
Love you
Walter, for
guys.
coming up,
Love
bro.
you guys.
Yeah,
Dale,
much
man.
love out there,
Love you,
Walt.
Thanks for
bro.
all the
Much
Thank you.
love.
follows, guys. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, and thanks for your TG participation too, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Definitely, guys. I had fun doing the movie skit for you guys. But definitely, I'll be there. I'll be doing some likes and retweets, as well, guys. So, and do an entry call for you guys too. And I'm about to do some, nice
Yo,
tomorrow.
when's the next show?
Sunday. Well, we have Friday open mic night. You guys can always come by 9 p.m. Eastern, the open mic night, and then we have the Sunday 12 p.m. You guys already know religiously. That's what started it all. Before there was 1,000 spaces and shit. But we really wanted to captivate that Sunday 12 o'clock. So that's where it started
I'm
off.
gonna come up there on Sunday, bro.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm gonna put you guys on the banner and everything this Sunday. But man, you guys could just show up whenever, bro. Like I ain't gonna like deny the Manu Army. Like fuck no. But just to
Just
have it
get
like,
Flux up there.
yeah, you know how it is because it's like scheduled and we have people and stuff. But you can always squeeze in and whenever, man. But definitely gonna have you guys on the lineup in a
Yo, my
good position.
squeezing's gonna be a fucking takeover every time, Walt.
Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Well, I love y'all,
Hey,
man.
say what's up to Kid for us, man. Say
Oh,
what's up to him, and let me show him our love too, bro. We
okay,
appreciate him a lot too.
okay.
Uh, Kid,
Oh
kid,
yeah,
your
yeah.
partner.
Yeah, kid. He fucking loves y'all, man. So he's always talking about you guys and like something. We'll do like a joke if we're like stressed out. We'll just go to like the Manu Instagram.
What brought you and him together, bro?
It was elongate, man. Elongate.
To 800.
Bro, even your openings inspire us. We're like, do we got music going? Do we got music? Because the way you guys open a show is just unparalleled in the industry.
I knew about the Kid and Wall show even before I got into MANYU. Their show is really popular in crypto. If you're, especially if you're a DGen, you should know about Kid and Walt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Walt for showing up. Man, I love our fucking spaces. Everybody shows up here. HTX, Walt, Zach,
Bro, they're always the best.
E
Fuck, man.
trending. It's fucking crazy, bro. How many people show up on our community spaces is it's next level. And they want to just pop up on any community space. They know how Manu gets down, so they love showing up, showing that us the same love that we show them. Thanks to Flux, man. Thank you, Flux.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Flux.
Bro. To the fucking
Hey,
moon.
see, Flux, how much you mean? You see how much you fucking mean?
Yeah, fucking Ape gets in the DMs. HTX shows up. Flux starts talking. Fucking Kid Walt show up. Like, fuck, man. We're so blessed. We're so blessed. Anybody who's sitting in this room listening as a menu holder, you're blessed to be in the best project in the DeFi space. That's just the truth.
Yeah, and I'm pretty. No, I'm not pretty
Let's
sure.
see
I'm
a
a hundred
$32
percent
million market cap.
32? Is
32
that where we're
million.
at?
I said, let's see it.
Oh, let's
All
see it.
right, let's
We're
get
at
it. Let's get it.
31.7, I believe. Let me
Bro,
check real
bro,
fast.
I've been trying to
Yep.
give away tokens all night. We need
Nobody wants them.
nobody wants them. I'm like, I'm trying to give them away. In a teaser. Come up if you've never
Even the
spoke
couple new
before.
people came up and said, "Oh, we don't want them, but we'll just come up
Yeah,
and say what's
yeah,
up."
yeah. That worked out beautiful. But listen, yeah, I'll burn a billion if nothing else. Well, let's get some people up here.
Flux, you want a billion tokens?
Man, we heard his voice.
Hey, that's a free 20, $30,000 right there when we reach 20, 30 billion market cap.
Bro, when we're fucking Shiba, Pepe, Doge fucking levels we're going to, people were like, I remember I was on that space when Flux was like, fucking buy menu, live menu, whatever, eat fucking menu. And he'd be like, yeah, I was there. That was pretty cool. That was fucking billions of dollars of fucking marketing right there.
We got Walt back. I think he
Yo,
lost
I'm back.
connection.
Yo,
What's
and
up?
I got the best news. I found the J, dude. I'm so like the small things. I
Did
saw
you
it.
go?
The
He's just
wind, the
walking
wind
around in the
backed it up.
grass and shit,
The
Did
dude.
wind
you go
backed it up. So it's
downstairs?
I was in my balcony and it pushed it back, and I'm like, no, yes, it's alive. It's alive.
Nice, nice,
No,
nice,
but yeah.
nice.
So I didn't want to be rude. I know somebody was asking me a question. But yeah, definitely. I got to I was leading a WhatsApp group called the Make Money Army, right? And I had like 300 plus people already in there, like from even Cool and Dre was in there. I had like all types because I'm Miami and I was really trying to teach people stocks and crypto and charting. So it shows I definitely was always doing things for the culture in a sense, like where I really wanted to help and I wanted to kind of throw rocks at people in a sense where like and see how many people would throw that rock back at me we're like, hey, look into charts, look into this, like start learning too. I'm gonna show you a little bit. And if and maybe some of these people were some were like amateurs or professionals, some of them as well. But I wanted them to start. And I ended up being like 300 people in about like maybe 6 8 months into it. And this guy was like, dude, Walt, like, have you been seeing like DeFi and meme coins? And I'm like, what? He's like, when you change ETH to Uniswap, and I'm like, to Shiba, right? And so that was like the first one I ever bought, right? The actual Shiba, and then Elongate that was on Binance. So I was learning what the hell fuck a pancake swap is. I didn't even know how to sell that shit. I didn't even know there was a market cap on these coins. I was like, what the fuck? This shit went up 10,000 plus percent, 12, 24,000. I was like,
So
so then my friend was like, Steve was like, hey, this guy named Steve was like, Walt, you gotta go to TG. He's like, you would be great there, right? Look, 3 years late, like four, almost 4 or 5. Well, sorry, like, yeah, 4+ years later. Um, he's like, dude, you're gonna captivate in Telegram. People are gonna love you how you push. They need you and stuff like that. He's like, you love giving back. There's a project called Elongate, like Elon's like first meme. So I boom went in there. The community, that's everyone talks about the 21 vibes. That was it. 300 plus people in the TGs. And then that's where I met Kid, and I'm like, this motherfucker, he doesn't stop. Like he's 16, 18 hours. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on? But he's so damn bullish. And he was just found out he just that's who he is, bro. Like, and I found he's a co-dev, and he was the one that created the charity Meta and we gave $4.4 million away. Away, we're still the project that's given the most in all of DeFi. Nobody has beat that record. And that was because a kid making that up, but all the community was an astounding community. Um, as well. So that's how we met, and he knew that like who the true people was, and pushing and vocal leaders and motivating people and working for your bag before there was even too much Twitter. And I just knew, there's this times where you're just like, dude, I feel like there's something bigger than this. I'm gonna end up working with this guy. I know it. And shit happened. It is what it is. The market, and they were kind of pushing him and out in a sense. It was just weird. But things happen, and then we still became great friends. Because I met him in Miami here in 21, and he got to know me more. And he's like, oh fuck, you're cool as fuck. Well, I'm like, fuck yeah, motherfucker. Welcome to my city, dog. Like fuck with up and shit like this. This is where crypto is about to push, hard. And I want to be part of it. I want to be the Miami representative. I'm very proud of my city because Miami is pretty much that Miami is where Vitalik presented the white paper, right, guys? In the James L. Knight Center. And guess who's the one that threw that event and helped through the event? Scarlett from Pit Basel, bro. She was showing me the pictures last night where her and Vitalik, Charles Huskins, before they were even 100,000aires, like nerd as fuck, before they became billionaires and shit. And they had it. So those are the people I'm surrounding. So I was very proud that Miami was gonna was gonna in a sense be what it's doing now, right? United States, right? They're saying is the crypto capital country, but the city is Miami. And if you think about it, all the conferences really happened here in 2013. The first Bitcoin conference, 2013, happened here in downtown, and a building I actually got to go to. So
yeah, well,
go ahead.
you guys got a ton of chads in Miami, right? You got like Proppy with Natalia,
Oh yeah,
and a lot of
oh
companies that
yeah,
have just
Natalia, she's a sweetheart, bro. She's
she's
nice.
awesome. She's awesome, right? Who would you say, right? Everybody admires you. You and Kid do a great job. Who inspires you when you're like, I got to stay up on my game? Who do you look at as an inspiration in the crypto industry?
Nah, I like that question. Actually, the one that I actually like that I can say that to give like the best quote, and I can't wait to meet him because honestly, like when I lost everything at 21 and shit, and I didn't want to give up, and he was still telling news was Tony Edward, from Thinking Crypto. He's actually partners with Proppy. If you guys check him out, man, I'll always show him for free. That he's no, he's like the to me, I think he's the best. Gets the
Yo,
best
follow.
interview.
I listen to me.
Yeah,
I
Tony
fuck with him.
Edward. Yeah, bro, on Spotify. I that's where I listen to him, but now he's on Twitter. I know he's like Apple. I mean, he's get little
He's
everywhere,
set in
but
his ways, bro, and it takes that mentality, bro. You know what
yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
he's a beast, man. So I mean, if anyone had to say that I look up to and want to like step up my game and more of the live interviews now that I'm doing is definitely Tony Edward. I would say he's like the MJ to me when it comes down to like podcasts, I would say.
That's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful because we all have to have something above us to aspire towards, right? We can't ever be the God, the end all. So that's cool to hear you say that. And like you said, Natalia, she's awesome. Proppy's a great company, and Miami is the hub for crypto in the United States, no doubt.
Oh yeah, and you can smoke weed here, bro. You don't get like arrested for 1,000 years in Dubai. I'm like, hell no. They're like, what? When we're going to take you to Dubai, my friend. Everything you ain't on kid. We get you Rolls Royce. We get you everything. You want these? We got these. If you want these, we got these. And I'm like, bro, you don't let me smoke these. So I'm not gonna get it. But they laugh about it. They're always inviting me. I'm like, why you guys always invite me to Dubai? You guys know I smoke. We try to set me up. But definitely no. But I definitely am proud that I'm like, sorry, bro. Dubai, I know you got all the like fancy shit with 1,000 times 1,000 feet buildings, but like there's not like Miami where the history started and just the culture, is just completely like we're a melting pot, and that's what I think is the best. It's not just one diversity or this. Like we truly like I didn't even know what all this racism in Miami. I noticed the difference when you even go out of Miami. Couple hours not saying nothing, but you feel it, and stuff like that. Like it's like, oh shit, and I'm automatically Mexican if I leave 2 hours above, and I don't care. I'm Cuban, Colombian, but they're like, aren't you Mexican, boy? Where are you from? I'm like, oh hell nah. I'm like, I'm really like used to Miami because everyone is like every color, diversity, so many ethnic grounds, but definitely I think that's the crypto. Miami's gonna be the crypto hub of United States, and but it's gonna wrap it to Vegas. Actually, Nashville was one of the first big ones that threw the first Bitcoin convention. As well, but that I think we got kicked out in 24. I don't know. I heard rumors they kicked us out in 24.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
as you know, there's no bigger insult than to a Dominican or Puerto Rican to call Mexican, right? Because it's just everybody, especially in South Florida, really has their cultural preservation, and it's important. And it is important. If you're not from there, you don't understand it. But when you're down there, as you know, Walter, it's important to understand where people
Oh
come
yeah,
from.
but as I get older, I'm starting to. I'm like, damn, I look Mexican. What the hell? I got the Wellos like mustache now. I'm like, god damn it, starting to look like my dad and then my grandpa. But no, I love all the like that's what I love about crypto, cause like that's the question I asked myself right when I kind of was like in my spiritual journey, and I was like, you know what, God, cause I was still big legend in space and still, but I was like, damn, dude, I gotta get my shit back, but. I was like, what did I love about this when I was having my talks, and I don't know if some of you guys believe in God, but that's what kind of really that pushed me, and I felt that got me towards here. Not to get all churchy, but it was like that. I can work with everybody. There was no racism, and the brothers and sisters, the relationships that met meant everything more than the money, and that's from Kid Crypto to a lot of other people I can name that was still to this day. Like Charlie, you guys see him on Andy Leon, Charlie, Rick Stoner, just a lot of people that I got to meet. Web3 Jedi. So my other friend as well that he loves like AI stuff. He was ahead of the game, and just so many great friends. But that's what I was like. That's what's so beautiful about this, and then we can all work together. And I think that's why they get nervous when we all move together because we can do anything. And Bitcoin showed it, right? And then we led from ETH to Binance, Solana, quote unquote, and but that's why they squeezed themselves in there. The institutions they pumped the shit out of our bags, but they knew that we were about to. This was going to create so many multimillionaires, and it was going to change a lot of people's like families' lives and stuff. So, but that's what I loved about the space that we all can work together. It doesn't matter where we're from, if we have a disability or this or like it didn't matter. We were
Well,
all just helping together.
Walter, if I can ask you one more question, you said you lost it all 2021, and as somebody who's seen multiple cycles, what was your biggest takeaway in 2021 that you're like, okay, I had this experience, I was up, I was down. What did you learn going into the 2025 bull market? You're like,
No,
I'm not repeating that mistake again,
no,
brother.
no, no, no. Number one, and that's what you guys hear me say, and we saw what just happened recently. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna tell you, don't ever don't. Sorry, my friends, but don't ever use leverage. That was number one because that's what I did. I fucked up. I was being greedy, and that was it. That was it. I was my worst enemy. There was nobody to point the fingers at. I had to like, okay, well, like what happened? You in the point you wanted more, and you know, and you should have just been happy. I was sitting like around 200-300, and I was like, I'm like, fuck, if I put another 2-3 on top, and then I'll get almost to a mil. I was trying to hit the milli right there in that cycle, and I fucked up having too much April. So one, I'll never leverage again, and then two, that I'll always learn, and I've been bullish on to tell you guys, is when you do take profits and your altcoins or even your meme coins to, I mean, me heavy 75%. It's especially when you see the highs, is to take and switch to tether, and then you can buy the dips of certain projects. So you have the ammo there. So it's like, okay, I want to buy Manu. All right, it doesn't matter what the price was at ETH. I go, I buy, I don't, and then I enter. So I said to myself, if I ever get the chance to get like powder or push, I would definitely work in that route. And that's all I was telling myself. I was jogging, running, working out. The two things I would massively do is switch to tether, especially. Sometimes like we get paid for marketing, and of course, you know, I do well like on trades and stuff. Even trading Bitcoin. I'm like, I'm gonna switch to tether no matter what. If I could have made more of this, but build that portfolio, you know, a stable coin or USDC, whatever, and then DCA the dips. So I was like, in a sense, where not working backwards. My first philosophy was I'm gonna stack as much as stable as I can in a sense, and then when the time comes, and there's always gonna be the landslides like you saw, is when you get in. And I've learned that is the key, is when you finally get enough where you can get your first, I don't know if your first 10 grand, your first 100 grand, or you know, I guess, right? And you could go higher, but the way you say, okay, now I want to stack that, and then I'm waiting and I'm patiently for when blood is on the street where everyone's like, oh my god, what the fuck? And they go, and then boom, like just happened recently, and then that's when you execute, and boom, and you get back in, and then you're patient again for those profits. But right now we're at the end in a sense, and I mean we can go 6-8 months or a little longer. So it just, you have to be weary what you're doing and trading. But that was the number one thing, was never to leverage again, and I stress it, to never doing, never, because you saw how many people lost everything trying to just be greedy. You know, even look what James Wynn story, it's out of control.
One more question for me, and other might ask you, but what's going to be your biggest takeaway? What's the biggest accomplishment you can get out of this cycle for you and your family?
um if I had to say something, I would, like the biggest accomplishment on this one is, you know, now that I'm on my way now to create generational wealth, and like for not only, you know, the next one, but the next families and bloodlines, and that's what I'm gearing myself up for. Where I don't need the materials, it just, I want the freedom to work what I want to do what I love to do, continue, and I'm never gonna want that to go away. Like how I can be consistent on the shows and do this full time, and now I'm evolving by doing interviews and doing content, and onboarding so many new people. Is that's the biggest takeaway from this one, that I'm getting ready for, not like in a sense this bull run, but for the next two bull runs. That's gonna set me up. So I would say that that was where I've sat down, and I actually thought about that a week ago. What my best thing was, that now I've positioned myself where now I can, you know, be ready for the next bull run, and then I know the next one after that is where the full completion of this will be, and plus what I'm building on the side, you know.
Yeah, so Kid Walt's coming back in the next bull cycle, you're saying.
Well, they're gonna be here the whole time. They never
Oh, we're
leave.
not
That's
leaving
it.
anywhere, dude.
I'm, I'm just
We're about
saying.
to go to Four Seasons. No, I'm not. I'm never going to the sunset. I love
Yeah,
this. This
brother.
gives me my purpose. And you know, and I've thought of those, you know, can we do less shows and stuff? But if you guys see, I always say, "Kid, we gotta do less shows." Then we add another show. I do this. I'm like, we're just obsessed with this. We love it. And but now I'm building more now in the sense of like content, and going out there and getting these one-on-one interviews and utilizing Miami. But eventually I know I'm gonna start traveling, and then it gives me a purpose to start doing it. But nah, man, I'm doing this to the day I die. I'm gonna be in my walker. Like, I remember when Bitcoin was under 100K, and you guys didn't want to buy. I remember even when I told my peoples when I was like 10. You know, I mean, well, I wasn't 10 though, but I did tell them to buy at $1. But no, I mean, dude, that I'm doing this forever, man. We're so early. I am there's gonna be ways to evolve from this, but I promise you, like I make this promise forever to never forget where I come from and keep grounded, never be on ivory towers. Yeah, sometimes it's harder to get like hold or something as time goes, but I'm pretty approachable. Um, but and like when the TGs or like X you message me, but I'm gonna do this forever, man. Like there's gonna be so many ways and forms of accomplishing it, and I have strived that I do want to eventually win the Nobel Peace Prize if it's people around with me, but I want to be like one of the Nobel Peace Prizes that do something in DeFi, and I've already thrown it out there, so that's kind of like yeah, that's the story, man.
Well, that sounds beautiful, man, and a real good plan. And that's kind of like basically all our plans here in crypto. If that's not your plan, then what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? Building generational wealth. And for some of us, we might be a couple years behind, but we can make it. We can make it too. This is not gonna be our first bull cycle. You know what I'm saying? There'll be many, many more.
Yeah, amen to that, bro. And that's what it is like giving back. And that's why I love Elon Gate, because it was like us making money, but we're helping the planet. Like, oh, I'm an Aquarius, so I'm big and humanitarian, and you guys can see my personality too. But, and like, I was in the ER. I remember I worked in the ER for 15 years, guys. Trauma. I'm not no fucking, like, some of you might be in the medical field, but I had a pretty intense job, and it was, you had to be, in a sense, I didn't know. I thought I was dumb as shit. And they're like, oh, and then I ended up being on top of my class, and and I was like, oh shit, I'm pretty smart. If I put my mind to it, and it was intimidating because it was people's lives in their hands. And the way my teacher was intense, he's like, oh, if this was your mother, or this is your father, or this is your family, like how would you want us? And and he would build that, instill in us. And but that's what definitely I realize, like you also want to give back, and you want to have that time to volunteer, to any way you can do to just like give back to the earth, that like we take, but when are we gonna give? So definitely that's another thing too, where you can have more time to be humanitarian. Like people don't even know the most rarest element like in all of the galaxy is actually wood, right? Wood, all the trees that we bring down that give us oxygen. There's nowhere they haven't found any planets that have wood or whatever. I haven't heard. They haven't said it. You can look it up right now. It's just what we take for granted here is like the planet we have, and we got to help it out too, man. So I think that's another thing that DeFi can do, and that's by empowering everyone around, and then they'll do more. Like I feel like we're going into a green era, like the energy, right? And what is Bitcoin? It's energy currency. So I think we're going to like in the next 30, 40 years, we're going to be more like green. We have to. We have to, And I think it starts with the getting people out of poverty, and make why does everyone in a sense shouldn't like families shouldn't go hungry, or kids shouldn't be without homes or shelters. And I feel like the DeFi it can take some time, but I feel like it won't be perfect, but I feel like, we at least give every person a chance. It doesn't matter where they came from. They should have a chance to be their best version of themselves.
Yeah. Anybody else want to bug Walter while we got him for a second?
Yeah, man, you guys got me going, man. I feel like I'm on Barbara Walters
Bro,
2020. Dude,
listen,
I was like, this weed is fucking good, bro. I'm
I'm
like,
that.
damn, am I dreaming this? I thought you interviewed pretty good. I'm like, why am I
Yeah,
answering all
thanks,
this shit?
thanks, bro.
Why am I answering this?
I like to dig down into people, brother.
It's part of the nah, man. I don't want to bore you guys, man. Like I
No,
was like,
it's
oh
it's
shit,
No,
well,
bro, we love this knowledge, bro.
and
And
yeah, man. I'm
here's what's
38.
awesome.
I'm not no young like pup, but I'm not old enough too. But I'm right there, and I've learned that you just gotta keep on learning, bro. Don't act like you know it all, bro, because you're gonna see. Even like a doctor told me this one time. It hit me hard. She's like, "You're only old if you stop learning," and I was like, "Oh," and that hit me. She was awesome, Doctor Dos Vans, one of my favorite doctors. So I work with some bright minds. So I got to see from them, and here, but that definitely hit me. That you're only old when you stop wanting to learn. It really makes sense.
Yeah, Walter, like in these spaces, this is a collaboration of minds that come together every single night. And when we get somebody like you up here that everybody admires and we get a chance to show up on your spaces, it's just cool when people get a chance to ask questions. And because nobody's talking, I'm asking you some questions. But Sorcerer is one of our favorites, and she always has great questions. But Sorcerer, you got anything for him? Rajesh, Storm, anybody before Walter takes off?
I do have a question. I wanted to ask about your transition from healthcare to crypto. Like, I think healthcare is a very altruistic profession. How do you think you can sort of give back the same value in empowering people in this space?
You guys are good. I like 'em. I like. So, well, the medical field, of course, like everyone needs a stepping stone, and I was like, oh, my career, and then that, where you can, save up, and then if you want to learn to invest and stuff. So, I just, in a sense, I did always want it. I felt like I deserved more, in a sense, all of us, right? And I was seeing how they were undercutting us and paying us for how, like, I mean, especially during COVID, I saw how dangerous my job is. I mean, dude, I was the front lines of COVID. I didn't get COVID to a year later after being exposed to thousands of people. And I was actually the first, like, person that in ICU to do EKGs to not one, but five COVID patients that were wrapped, like, looked like a scene from like ET. Like when they had each person in there, I'm like, oh my god, this is about to get real. And so that's like a whole nother like story. But I mean that's what kind of really was like, man, I'm like, dude, this is we don't get paid for enough for this. Like I might not even come on. I didn't even want to come home to my woman. I'm like, I can get her sick. It's gonna be me. I didn't even think about myself anymore. So and you really see how when things get really like when the priority gets there, that's because I don't know. It was like, what is this? Is this like a? I still think it was like a biohack warfare, but that's when really I changed and I was like, that's it. I gotta push. And then I saw the light, the green, the light under the tunnel. I saw the green pathway, and I seen how the universe works, and in a sense, or seeing how the like also the world works when these downs happen. This is when things go up, and the way they move the money. So I was like, I got to get into trading and stocks ASAP harder than ever. And I started learning in 2016 to 20. But now that I'm here in this position and to give back, I would love to be the one to, onboard, not only DeFi for privacy, because then because now you can I can advise them to not get taken advantage of like companies or this, but I wanted to be the ones to onboard, and I'm actually working with a health project. That was a good question you asked, but is to do like the blockchain for people's files, for their x-rays, to their pictures, to their information. So in a sense I want to give back, where like just being the like more convenient, where people can find like they can find the people's medical records too and have privacy, all at the same time. If they don't know nothing about you, there's got to be way, maybe you wear a necklace or bracelet, they can scan it and fast and quick, and then get your medical record. So I'm kind of leaning towards that, where I want to be, helping them out with advancement in medical like records, and as well like how we can better, like quicker, faster take care of the patient if we know more about them. Because sometimes that's what we needed to know. I needed to know if this patient was diabetic. Why is that person down? Is this normal? Is this a stroke? Like, and start nibbling down if you kind of know the person's patient's history.
That's really interesting. And yeah, I think we really take it for granted how privileged we are to work in crypto and not be exposed to so many things like death and trauma on a daily basis. So thank you for sharing. Like, I had no
I
idea
don't
that was
know.
your background. It's very inspiring.
Yeah, I opened up a trauma unit. Actually, I opened up the trauma unit, and like it was like intense, man. I can say some crazy stories, but I ain't gonna go nuts. But yeah, definitely, I want to add. That's what I want to do. My part is when I go back, I want to be coming back as like their advisor of, maybe if it's for the company I used to work for, that I'm like the one in that the digital finance like sector, and especially my resume, and to help out. And then I think that I've actually, because some of these guys in the suits never, what's crazy and what boggled my freaking mind was the ones that were running the hospitals in this, and like our quote unquote like the top guys never even knew what it was to touch a patient, or do medical stuff. I was like, what? So, and there was rare, some of them, but there rarely wasn't. And I was like, do I want to be someone that's had every job like in the field, from like almost being a custodian in a sense. I did it all, like cafeteria, whatever you thought, because you're taking care of the people. So if like shit falls on the floor, you clean up. The person doesn't know how to eat, you feed them. To then say them putting their IV, doing their medication, watching their heart, watching their monitor, like going back, like just watching them that they don't jump off the the bed because they're on stuff, if they have dementia, or they're like right now intoxicated on like meds or something. But that's why I always wanted to come and be in that position, because I felt like that they never knew what it was and didn't know what we went through as employees, and definitely wanted to fight with them more for them. And then as well, like teach to like financial literacy, like how to save, how to get into assets. And so like I always wanted to be more where I think there can be that type of boss, or whatever you want to say, management, that can kind of be someone that knows what it is to be from the bottom, and then also wants the best interest for the employee. Because I was in the union and I was seeing how they spoke about us, like they just thought like we were just like ants. And I was like, dude, what the hell is this? This is out of control. So definitely, if I go back, it would be not for the money, it would be more to be part of that, like where to lead by example, and also onboard the blockchain to the hospital like field, the healthcare field.
There really is a big missing gap between medical data charting, those who are coders, and blockchain. There's definitely a huge way to connect that, and that'll be massive for our society.
Oh yeah, it is, and it's coming. Unfortunately, I know people say, "Oh no, it's a double-edged sword," but what the blockchain's doing. But let me tell you, it's gonna make things more proficient, more secure, save. Everything is digital. People didn't know that sometimes when they're like, "Oh, we're going the labs," they can't do the labs digital. We're doing everything paper, so we'd like, okay, we'd write what we want on the order on the blood, and like, okay, CBC this on a paper, and then take it to the lab. It was really because the medical company got hacked, and then they tell them, hey, and it happens like 6 months out of the year, once a year, and they go and they say, "Hey, this is what you gotta pay," da da da, and they pay it. They actually negotiate. Like people don't know, and it's the Cerner, the Cerner company, and then boom, and because they always try to upgrade it, but some way they always get hacked. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, downtime," like, bro, that shit just got hacked. You guys don't even know, and they're so that's what it is like that blockchain is also gonna be where it can even protect from hackers, and that's why you're seeing cybersecurity is blowing up so much. But a lot of people don't know that some of these evil hackers actually hack the medical systems and stuff like that.
I just learned a lot of new stuff, bro. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm trying, man. Nah, you guys are awesome, bro. I didn't know this is the Walter takeover. I'm like, damn it. Some guy was like, he was talking, and I'm like, oh shit. You guys are definitely all very welcoming.
Yes, sir. But we talked about like with Proppy, whether it's medical records or the title for your house, like everything's going to end up on blockchain, and RWA is going to expand so far into ways that people didn't think.
I agree. I agree. Definitely not. Property's ahead of the game. One of my bullish projects. Actually, I've had him on the show, and stuff like that, and had some people as well represent them too. So she was so humble and nice to me. Like before I even started the show, and I was showing up. I actually thought I was gonna meet Tony Edward. He was there, but I didn't get to see. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in Miami," so I didn't get to. But I got to meet her, and I got to do an interview with her, and stuff like that. Because I was still putting content on my telegrams and stuff like that. I was just trying to find like what I was gonna do with this niche that I had, and put it all together. But definitely, yeah, I think properties ahead. I think real estate is gonna be that next super out of control leg up. And once like most of the big, I mean, they already do, but it's gonna happen faster and quicker the next couple years, or most of all big mortgages except Bitcoin and
Yeah.
USDT or USDC or XRP. I mean, Walmart. You guys know Walmart, the biggest like store in the United States, right? I don't know if some people are from the United States, is now gonna start accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and they're doing with I believe One Cash app, or something like that, and they're gonna have their own exchange. They're gonna have their own Walmart coin. Like it's happening. I don't think people understand. It's literally happening right now.
Yeah, brother. So when I lived in Florida a few years ago, I got a chance to meet Natalia as well and worked in the real estate world. I owned a mortgage company down in Fort Myers. And I'll tell you what I learned about title fraud, that it exceeds over $10 billion a year, people stealing houses through title fraud, all these different things. You want your house, you want your title on blockchain because it's just the way it works. And then Proppy created the ability to tokenize just general real estate, right? Like the pyramids to a building in downtown, whatever city you live in. Like it's just incredible where they're going with it. And that is the future. And I think medical's following behind it, but everything's going to be on blockchain.
Oh yeah.
So, what do you guys think about quantum computing and what it'll do to crypto?
Well, they've already, I mean, companies have already the technology is already being developed to block quantum computing, and that's so far out. But that's just what I've learned or heard. Walt, what do you got on that?
Oh, yeah, I've already actually talked to people as well, and there already are projects, and as well, I met them at the Vegas. So I've talked to some real hardcore like people that are into there, like and like hackers and stuff, like because especially with Anonymous, you guys saw. I don't know if you guys came to the show. That shit was trippy. Like we had the like biggest like hacker like in the world. Fant was in there. He was part of Anonymous and stuff. And I asked them and I asked like Rick Stoner and stuff like that too, because they're all part of that. They're like, I mean, they're out of control. They know the quantums and stuff, and he told me regardless it's getting out of control, but as much as it is, it would be like 16 years away from here, 20. So regardless, as much as it advances it is, can it move quicker? But to hear him someone say like that like, I mean, worst case scenario less than 8 or something years, but he said we're like 16 to 20 years from that. But by that time they would already create companies and technology, and they're doing it already to protect this. You don't think BlackRock and all this and Michael Saylor, you think they're spending all this
It's
and they
mind blowing.
haven't already figured it out? No
Agreed.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coding
And
of
if anything, they'll just fork it. They'll just
yeah,
force it.
the coding of Bitcoin is already ahead of quantum computing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna release quantum computing kind of like they did Chat GPT, for instance, or OpenAI did with AI. I think they're gonna trickle it into the market to have that more control. Even, and I agree, it's 15, 20 years out. Um, but I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna fully release that out to the market
Yeah.
for those reasons.
I
Uh,
agree. You guys know the Nvidia story? You guys know like what like actually saved the company while it was going down. He did the first chip and it didn't do well. The Sega the guy that created Sega, he was like 84, he gave $5 million to Jensen, and he failed again and didn't do good, but it gave him time. And then he created finally in 1999 the 128, whatever, I forgot what it's called, the processor, and that's what changed everything. So even his story is nuts that he kept on pushing and kept on going, and then it took one person to believe in it, and even after that, that's like it didn't do well, but that led to where Nvidia is, and now Nvidia is, we talk about if there's even quantum computers because of Nvidia,
yeah,
right? So it's crazy. Like if this guy never would have started this company or just quit, like just St. Jensen did quit, didn't stop, or this guy didn't donate the $5 million, and actually a game company, right? Out of all
yeah,
the people,
yeah.
and that we wouldn't, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It's
That's
not.
what I was trying to point out is that gaming is really the reason why technology is advancing at the rate it is from a processing perspective because of decontribution from the amount of gamers in the community and debugging and testing, and now we have AI and those things. I think quantum computing is going to help AI process compute better quicker, on solving some of these problems we run into in that development world. Um, And Walter, I completely agree with you on the DeFi sector and its integration into like file transfer or real estate ownership, right? Something that we've actually been trying to, I'd like to talk to you about, I don't want to take over this conversation, but maybe to the side about how we're trying to implement those now, um, and what plans we kind of have, and just kind of pick your brain if that's okay, on some of the ideas we've come up with.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. What was the question? You repeat?
Just I was just agreeing with you more so than a question right now. I don't want to hijack this conversation for it, but I agree with you on the housing market. Um, what I had got some insight that there's going to be a flood into the market because Airbnbs are going to start selling. And so what our team that we've kind of been developing is looking for the opportunity to go in and take over some of those existing mortgages at those lower rates like you were talking about. Then how do you apply that to crypto to share ownership, taking over that mortgage or taking over the ownership of that asset, and then on the return value, generating revenue out of that asset to share with those crypto owners. What are your thoughts on something like that with DeFi and real estate married together?
Well, there, you meant like implementing where you can put the titles on the NFTs, like
Yep.
something like that example.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're seeing it now, right? Where let's just say, like, look at the processes to just buy a house, right? Like, let's say no matter what, you have everything on point, everything. I mean, dude, I mean, the craziest I've ever heard is like people less than a month and a half, but it literally can take anywhere from 3, 4 months to 6 to 8 months. It's like it's happens. But if we do this also what some people don't even know, like deep into it, you don't even own your property too. I don't want to go through that wormhole, and like I mean through that rabbit hole,
Yep.
but sometimes that's even where that's gonna. I think that's gonna end up even making it even more secure if people found out sometimes when they don't even own their home when they think they actually own it
Yep.
on the land on it. But I think that's gonna speed up the processor where people can now build the actually like, put their title on their house. So if you choose to like what you want to do, it's gonna give you more ownership in a sense because now you can decide when you want to do it. It can be also a double-edged sword because you could do some erratic decisions quick as well. But I think that is where it's needed where we're going anyways into digital world, right? And it's fine, and we need sometimes things could be of course on paper or whatever for you can visually hold it, but I think that is where the key is. Like this is embeddable, it has to be interoperable where you can have your title, everything on the actual on an NFT. And I think NFT right now is still like a bad word now. It became like scam, right?
Right.
But so did Bitcoin. That's what everyone said Bitcoin was. So I said people get over it, and what happened? Bitcoin ended up being everything. So NFTs will be the the next big thing that is gonna be the one pushing blockchain technology is NFTs. And the housing market will be the one I think that pushes that because the housing market is the most profitable. Like besides like oil and gold, but is the biggest market. It's like I think the whole. I looked it up. It was like it's a crazy number. I don't want to say that. I know it was like 400 something. I forgot how big it was, but the housing market around the world. So once that applies, like that is what's gonna skyrocket not only Bitcoin but the emerging of blockchain where people can own ownership their titles on their NFTs, and as well then that's where it's gonna make it where the people have more ownership in a sense, and as well speed up the process if they want to buy or sell homes. So it's something that's always been a problem with the whole banking system and the way it's just such a headache. Like you when you buy the home it's so fun whatever, but then like trying to sell your home can also be and not an easy process at all. So I think it's gonna help out the processes in both ends.
Yeah, the global real estate market makes up over almost $400 trillion, whereas like
That's what it was. You see,
the
I
Wow.
wasn't off.
the U.S. stock market 60 trillion. We've seen where gold's gotten up towards of 30 trillion. Like stock market doesn't matter, but when you take property being handled by a title, the title documents being handled by humans, that's where errors happen. And the way in which documents are recorded is where the fraud happens. And so Once those documents are on blockchain, then it doesn't matter if Linda, who worked in the title office at the county in the city you live in, if she handled the documents wrong and filed them incorrectly, once they're on blockchain, then they're mutable.
So to that,
Definitely.
using the actual coin itself to hold the files or in a replicated ledger of the file to cross check and then also show ownership on representable. There's a thought there. And then, the carry on question of that is where do you see that type of integration in the private commercial space as far as like enterprise businesses that aren't able to be on the S&P 500, don't have a financial institution behind them actually getting them on any exchange on the stock market, tying that into I don't want to say a back door, but an additional outlet into the crypto space to still tap into liquidity, um, that someone may be interested in investing in a privately held company, for example.
That's super complex, dude. It's just
I
Walter. I
got
don't.
it. No, no, no.
You got
I
it. You
got
got
this.
it. Okay.
I got the second one. No, I like where he's at. Like he's, I'm not gonna lie. The first, no, I blanked out on the first one. But the second one, like where you're getting to it, and we'll could go back to that one. Um, I think that's what we're moving on to right now, where everyone is tokenizing themselves or this, and they, the whole thing to get into the stocks, right? Like you're saying, like to have like your IPO, right? I guess, gives people, a chance, like the common person, to get in these companies, and it's happening already that they're tokenizing stocks, and kids like, oh, wow, you're crazy. Like we have our convos. He's like, no, man, next cycle. I'm like, no, bro, it's gonna happen now. And you saw Kraken do the it's coming now. It's home soon, sooner than you think. And then we saw the big deal with Kraken, with tokenizing stocks and stuff like that. But then we saw companies like I'm actually partnered with DeLorean, DMC on Sui. They actually went ahead and they bypassed that, right? The fees, the this, that, and they gave like the common man, common woman to actually get in at good levels in the beginning. And even if it takes 2 3 years, you're gonna look back and say, wow, that's what it was about. Versus you had these people, the big insiders, the people that are already wealthy as hell, were the ones holding these floors and stuff like that. It's like that's not fair. So I think that's gonna be where companies like DeLorean that started as well to a mom and pop store that's going to be able to tokenize themselves, and if they do well, then hey, if they can end up on an exchange if they do the right things. Or I don't know, sometimes there might be fees or costs, or maybe they have like pro bonos where like, oh, if they this company does this or amount of votes or does accomplishments, or maybe gets randomly picked, I don't know. But I think that's going to be where it's at now, where now then that businesses will have another type of stream of income because they can tokenize, and then they'll learn to say, okay, I'll have assets like Bitcoin, or have a certain amount of Solana or amount of ETH, whatever they're on. So it'll also give those businesses a little bit more financial, because just because you start a business doesn't mean that, oh, your financial literacy and you're gonna do well. No, I see people that start a business don't even know shit. I'm like, who you are the how the hell you starting? But sometimes those are the great stories that you don't know. You just have people around you, but they definitely, it's gonna help in all aspects in a way. And then as well, give like like mom and pop stores, like you quote, like you're saying, they're gonna be able to tokenize themselves and create their own currencies. And I think that's where it's gonna happen, where we're gonna see that. And mom and pop stores are actually the ones that actually push America. People don't even know that. Some of the people, like the 80% of we're going, and it's going down a lot, probably less. I haven't seen the numbers because of like Amazons and bigger companies just eating everything. Like Toys R Us gone because of Amazon. There's a lot of things that even Amazon took from us because of the a lot of people relied on the stores to go get a lot of stuff, and it you know it helped a lot for the economy. But it's all right. Everyone, they adapt, they learn, they do something different. But I think we definitely need to focus on that, like giving someone, a small business, a chance. And it doesn't matter if they're huge or they don't have the millions to get into like a Wall Street.
Right. And making that residual income source, even if it's incremental per, you know, whatever it is they're invested in, with low risk. Um, last
Exactly, man.
question. Last
I'm
question.
definitely trying to always tokenize people. I'm like, you should tokenize. The first thing I'm like, I'm not gonna talk crypto. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm one drink in. I'm like, hey, you guys don't accept this. I'm on here. You guys deserve to get your Phantom wallet. You could be increasing your revenue. People will spend more. I can tip the waiter more. Like I'm like $1 to me is like it. Like I mean, I can pay him $10, and it for every like 10 will feel like $1 to us crypto bros and stuff like that. So it's like you got to get in, or crypto sisters, you got to get into this market. So it shows how early we are, as much as we think we're ready there, because we're speaking it to an existence, but it's not there, guys. Even Miami, that's the like not top place. At least by example, there's so many restaurant chains that still do not accept it at all. You would think the biggest, major, most expensive places, I'm like, how can you not? Bills are here $800, $1,000. They should be the first ones, and they haven't started. But when they find out to tap in and get in, they're like, wait, then why don't we even tokenize ourselves, and then we can give incentives for people to buy our books. Like if you're a Satai, right, one of the top places in Miami, or the Club 11, the famous 11, and they're already in the talks about it. I'm actually trying to have a meeting with them, some of the people there, because they're going to tokenize it. But that's what's going to end up happening, and then they're going to give their customers incentives from NFTs to using their Disney dollars, right? Even Disney had their own dollars, right? So it's slowly happening everywhere, but it's not. It still hasn't happened like people think. It's like barely there in a sense.
Well, Walter, you come up with so much experience, so much education, and so much insight into our community, into crypto as a whole. And we're so grateful for you doing that, man. I'm so glad you took the time to just open up the floor for people to get to know you a little bit better and understand a little bit more about you. Because when we're in these spaces, we got Kid and Walt doing their show, and we love what you guys do for the community. And it's just fun to make you a little bit more real to every single person here that shows up for all the shows, and it helps us connect and feel more a part of it. So I appreciate that, brother.
Oh, man, yeah, definitely, bro. I love having these intimate moments with the communities and stuff because I'm on Showtime and I'm doing my thing, but I try to always be the real deal and lead by example, and then and learn and get inspired from you guys, and want to be better, man. Yeah, we're always, all of us, right? I think that's the goal, is always try to be better every day, even though we're like, oh, I'm not doing good, like that. That's what it is. Say, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna be I'm gonna restart again, and that's why there's another sunshine, so we can restart and do it again. But definitely, just evolving. It doesn't matter if 50, 60, 70, 80, that you're always evolving. I've talked to the older, or 90 years old. They tell me keep going, don't stop. They say when you stop, that's it. And a lot of people don't even know. And I'll leave you with this: when you do like 3 weeks, just 3 weeks of bed rest, right? This is how like how your body's meant to always be going. And that your body can age and decline, your cardiovascular health can decline like almost 30 years, guys. Like almost a 27 to 30% decline in your cardiovascular health. So you're meant to keep on going, guys. So no matter what, just keep on going. Don't stop, don't give up. And when you think you made it, nah, you still got to recertify yourself to push for others and do other ways. And it doesn't matter if you to onboard people financially. It's also, like I said, helping out the world, planet, being kind to somebody, having time more for your family, and inspire those friends around you to want more, even though they don't want to listen. You keep on being that bug, and I think that's the way it is, to just love. And I think that's what it really is, comes down to, like why we were created was to love, to experience, and and just and be fun, have fun and laugh, and I think sometimes we forget that.
Well, we got more of your time than we deserve, and I know you're going to probably laugh when I say that, but you're in a room with a community of people that appreciate you and admire you, as they should. You have helped all of our financial futures look more successful based upon what you and Kid do for our community. We'll continue to show up for you, just as you show up for us, for years to come. So I appreciate you, human. What do you got?
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. No, I appreciate you guys. I'm really wow. I'm humbled by you guys being just such a big community, and you guys are definitely leading by example how other communities should, man. And I admire you guys as well, man. So the same, the feeling is mutual, and definitely I'm excited to see you guys on Sunday, and of course Flux too if he has time for us. Um, definitely we'll have you guys and Tommy. Definitely, you guys are doing great hosting, asking me the questions. Nice to meet you more, human, sorcerer, everybody out there. Release, Rashish, Storm, Magnino, My Mean Wallet, Thomas, Udon, Honky Toe, Crypto B, Thomas, Playa, Nee, Sky, Big B, MW Crypto, Peter, Richard B, Funk, Sketchy, this everyone, bro. Love y'all, man. Love you
You
guys.
were about to do what
Thank you
human
so